Welcome everyone. I'm going to begin call and response, teacher-student prayer. No, guru prayer, I think we'll start with. And then we'll chant the sun salutation mantras, Surya Namaskar mantras in call and response. Inhale deeply for Om. Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Om Mitraya Namaha. Om Mitraya Namaha. Om Ravi Namaha. Om Ravi Namaha. Om Sari Namaha. Om Sari Namaha. Om Balavi Namaha. Om Balavi Namaha. Om Kage Namaha. Om Kage Namaha. Om Pushni Namaha. Om Pushni Namaha. Om Hirani Agabe Namaha. Om Hirani Agabe Namaha. Om Mariche Namaha. Om Mariche Namaha. Om Savitre Namaha. Om Savitre Namaha. Om Bhaskari Namaha. Om Bhaskari Namaha. Om Mitre Namaha. Om Mitre Namaha. Om Ravi Namaha. Om Ravi Namaha. Om Sari Namaha. Om Sari Namaha. Om Banavi Namaha. Sorry, Banavi Namaha. Om Kage Namaha. Om Kage Namaha. Om Pushni Namaha. Om Pushni Namaha. Om Hiranyagabe Namaha. Om Hiranyagabe Namaha. Om Mariche Namaha. Om Mariche Namaha. Om Savitre Namaha. Om Savitre Namaha. Om Make Namaha. Om Make Namaha. Om Bhaskari Namaha. Om Bhaskari Namaha. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om Peace Peace Peace. Bring your hands into Anjali Mudra over your heart, bow your head. Offer your practice today to a being who's brought light into your life in some way. Be a human being, an animal being, or a nature being. Visualize them and dedicate your practice to them. Namaste. Welcome everyone. So I'm going to continue with the Surya Namaskar mantras from this book by Swami Satchidananda Saraswati, which is a book on Surya Namaskar, and the meaning of the mantras that we've just chanted. So the first mantra, Om Mitraya Namaha, the shorthand translation, salutations to the friend of all. So Mitraya is a word that many of you might be familiar with. The Mitraya is the name of the future Buddha. So the enlightened one yet to come is often called Mitraya. And Mitraya means the compassionate one, the ultimate expression of compassion. And so this in Mitra just means friend. So we're talking about the different aspects of the worship of the sun, which we do in the sun salutation. In the first position, which is the hands over the heart, standing in Tadasana with the hands in Anjali Mudra. In the first position embodies the attitude of reverence to the source of all life as we know it. The sun is regarded as the universal friend, endlessly giving light, heat, and energy to support this and all the other planets and asking nothing in return. In the scriptures, Mitra is described as calling man to activity, sustaining earth and sky, and beholding all creatures without any discrimination or prejudice. Just as the early morning sun signals the beginning of the day's activities and sheds its light on all of life. So when you do that, at the beginning of your sun salutation, that's why you're doing it. You're saluting the friend of the universe, and you're aligning yourself with the concept and energy of the sun. So this idea of giving and giving endlessly and not asking for anything in return is called karma yoga. It means selfless service. It implies that as a yogi, there should be some aspect of your life that where you do actions, or where you give, or where you share, or where you care for another being, and you do it purely out of love. You don't expect or even want anything in return. And that's called karma yoga. And the sun embodies that energy in the first position. Because in the first position, it's another way of saying, I bow down, I surrender, I go low. And sometimes we have to do that in order to come up. So the idea of selfless service is something that you do where you bow down low to another person or another animal or something in nature. And when you bow down low, then the soul rises. It's not a demeaning thing, it's something that helps you to grow. Does that make sense? And you know, sometimes, I don't know if any of you had this experience, but sometimes you go into little temples in India. And often the small temples, they don't have a big door. Like you can't just walk in, yeah? And I wanted to do this on the studio, but Marion wouldn't let me. It's like the doors are that tall, you know? And the idea is you just can't just breeze into the temple and stand in front of the deity. The idea is that you have to bow down. You have to get down on your hands and knees and you crawl. You crawl in. And then when you're in there, you're already bowing down. And sometimes we really have to bow down. We have to let go of our ego and our pride, and we have to bow really low. And often, if we don't have that kind of practice in our life, then life will sometimes do it for us. And also you have that thing, same sort of principle in Buddhist temples, where they will have a cloth hanging over the deity. Have any of you ever seen that? There's a picture of the deity, and you want to look at the deity, but you can't see. You have to lift up. You have to go down. You go down. You have to lift up the cloth to see the deity. And then when you move away from the deity, the cloth goes down. So the deity is revealed to you only when you bow down. And there's the other thing that there's a teacher I really like who's not with us anymore, called Michael Stone. He tells a story about a Buddhist monastery that he went to. And it's high in the mountains, and he's doing his practices, and he needs to go to the loo. And this is a big monastery, and he can't find the loo. So he asks one of the monks, and he says, "Where's the loo?" And he said, "Oh, you have to go down all those steps and down there, down there, down there. And then you come to the door, and you go in the door, and the loo's in there." So he goes all the way down these steps, and he finds a door. I don't even know if it's the right door, but he goes in the door. And when he gets in the door, it's full of skulls and bones. And it's the repository for the remains of all the monks who have died over the centuries in that monastery. And it's a long, narrow room, and he walks down the room, and at the end of the room, there's an altar. And like you do in India or in wherever you are, you're in a temple, you light a candle, you put it on the altar. And then he goes to look at the altar, and there's a cloth over the image of the deity. So he bows down, does his pranams, and then he lifts up the cloth and he looks at the deity, and it's a mirror. And he sees a reflection of himself, who of course is the real deity. The deity is within you. The Mitraya, the friend of friends, is within you. The future Buddha is you. You are supreme consciousness. You are bliss absolute. So when you're doing the sun salutation and you're doing all this, what sounds like prostration, worship to the sun, what are you really worshipping? You're worshipping your higher self. There's never been anything else to worship. Does that make sense? Okay. Shall we do it? Stand up. Stand to the front of your mat. Stand to the ASANA. And we can turn the infrared off by saying, I think we have enough bodies to keep it warm. And if you are close to the wall, then you turn to face into the room so you can bring your arms nice and wide. Everybody else, stagger yourselves a little bit on your mat. And then standing in Tadasana, lift your chest, bring your chin down, and come into your ujjayi breathing. If you ever get confused about what I was talking about, you see this mirror here? Just come and have a look at it. You're on the altar. Chest up, chin down, eyes closed. Gaze into your heart, your balance is good, your eyes are closed. Not so good, your eyes are just slightly open. Ujjayi breathing and slight constriction in the base of the throat, so the breath makes a gentle hissing sound. And then just move a little bit backwards and forwards and feel the weight is equally distributed through your feet. As you inhale, raise the arms to the side, over the head, flip your palms and push up. Feel that you're lifting out of your hips, through your shoulders and through your sideways. Your chin is down, your gaze is into your heart. Begin the exhale, then lower the arms on the breath. Same thing, inhale, widen up. Begin the breath, exhale, widen down. Inhale, widen up. Lift the palms, lift the chin and look at the horizon line. And exhale to the right. Bangi, side stretch. Empty the lungs, pause. Inhale to center, chin down, lift up. And then gaze ahead and go to the left. Inhale to center, chin down, try and lengthen a little more, keep the length. Exhale to the right. Look straight ahead now. Inhale, center. Chin down, lift. Exhale to the left. Try to keep your top shoulder back so you're not twisting through the shoulders. Inhale, center. Lift up, chin down. Exhale, widen down. Beautiful. Inhale, widen up. Hips back, chin down, fold halfway. Ardha Uttanasana. Inhale, strong arms and down. Arch back a little bit. Optional look up. Exhale, hips back, chin down. Keep pushing the hips towards the back of the room. Fold halfway. Pause. We'll allow our abdomen in. Inhale, come up. Arch back. And then exhale, go all the way down. Put the hands on the floor, bend the knees if you need to. And then inhale, look up a little bit, look to the third eye. And on the exhale, fold over the legs. Legs don't need to be straight, they can be slightly bent. And inhale, look up again, come onto your fingertips. And then stay there for the exhale. At the end of the exhale, stuff your lower abdomen in with the breath held out, fold, round the back, bring the head towards you. Keep with our abdomen control, just breathe into your back. Short inhales, long exhales. 3 breaths. And then flip the palms, move the hips back, keep the chin down, strong arms and legs, stand up. Exhale, arms to the sides. And now we'll move into our Surya Namaskar. You need to be more towards the front of your mat. And when you bring the arms where we'd normally bring them really wide and over the head, and there's less space, you just bring them more forward and over the head. So you lift your neck up. Yeah, first round, I'll just guide it. Second round, we'll start using the mantra. Inhale. Exhale, Anjali Mudra. Inhale, arms wide and overhead, flip your palms. Chin down, exhale, fold forward, hands to the floor. Bend your knees if you need to. Inhale into your back ribs. Exhale, fully squat down to the lungs. Lift the perineum. Little inhale into the back ribs. Hold the breath, hop back or step back. We can bring the knees down for half chaturanga or lower, all the way to the floor of the body straight. Inhale, bring the hands forward, press the hands in prayer, point the toes. Exhale, hands back beside the chest, lift the chaturanga again. Knees may stay down, just so the elbows are slightly bent. And then inhale, move forward to upward facing dog. Shoulders down, arms straight, chin down. Exhale to downward facing dog. Fully empty the lungs. And then hop or step forward. You can do a little inhale or keep the breath out. Squat down into Uttanasana, empty your lungs. Round into a little ball. Inhale, straighten your legs, try and keep your hands on the floor. And then exhale and empty the lungs and fold into the legs. Good. Lift your palms, push your hips away from your arms and lift up with strong arms. Keep your arms in line with your ears as you come up. Exhale, press to the heart. Inhale, stand into Tadasana. With mantra. Exhale, prayer to the heart. Om Mitraya Namaha. Inhale, overhead. Pause the breath at the end of the breath. Om Ravi Namaha. Forward. Om Sri Namaha. Little inhale. Then squat down. Om Vanavi Namaha. Hold chaturanga. Om Kage Namaha. All the way to the floor, hands in prayer, full prostration, point the toes. Om Pushni Namaha. Back. Om Hiranyakabe Namaha. Forward. Om Mitraya Namaha. Om Aditya Namaha. Forward. Om Savitre Namaha. Great. Hold. Om Maki Namaha. Up. Anjali. Hold the breath out. Om Bhaskari Namaha. Tadasana. Inhale. Exhale, Anjali. Om Mitraya Namaha. Up. Om Ravi Namaha. Down. Om Sri Namaha. What? Om Vanivi Namaha. Om Kage Namaha. Down. Okay. Om Pushni Namaha. Back. Om Hiranyakabe Namaha. Up. Om Mitraya Namaha. Om Aditya Namaha. Sabite Namaha. Straight. Forward. Om Maki Namaha. Up. And Charlie. More breath out. Om Bakari Namaha. Inhale to Hasta. Close your eyes, look into the heart, take off the breath. Okay, that was very good. I mean it. Where's my paddle? No, it is very good. So we'll just keep doing that a little bit each week. Practice at home, use your sheet, and soon I'll just be able to do the mantra and that'll be it. Great. Step to the right. Stand up. Inhale, raise your arms. Shoulder level. Exhale. Opposite step the feet, triangle distance. Turn both feet out 30 degrees. Inhale. Exhale, reach out over the right side and go down. When you turn 30 degrees, you will go slightly more forward as you go down as well. And then inhale, come up. Hand over the left leg. Just looking at the side wall, horizon line at the moment, so you hold the pose. And then inhale, come up. Exhale to the right. And hold. Now you can look at the horizon line, or you can gaze at the top hand, as long as you don't feel any compression in your neck. Keep the legs firm. Keep the tailbone up towards the pubic bone. Keep the breath smooth. Deep with a J sound. Inhale, come up. Exhale, go to the left. 3 breaths, with J sound. Right leg, the top shoulder back and the bottom shoulder forward. The top hip back and the bottom hip forward. Open the side body. Inhale, come up. Exhale, hands to the waist. Turn the right foot out, the left foot in, lengthen the calf well to the good side, spread. Make sure you have heel alignment so you can keep the inside of the right foot rounded. The back foot turned in quite sharply. Turn back to inward toe. Legs will start to lock. And then facing the side of the room, so we're doing side plank stretch. Inhale and raise your arms to full level. Exhale, bend your front knee. Bring your forearm on your side. The left arm up and over. And then look at your front knee and make sure it's over the heel. Give it a nice long stance. And inhale, come up, arms shoulder level. And exhale, reverse warrior. Back hand to the side. Front arm up and arch back and look up if you're comfortable. Then inhale to warrior 2. Arms shoulder level. Front knee still bent. Exhale, forearm to side. Top arm up and over. Try and find a strong connection down the top side of your body to the back foot. Inhale, come up, warrior 2, arms shoulder level. Exhale, reverse to warrior. Keep the front knee pushing away to O now and open the toe up. And then inhale to warrior 2. Can you open the toe up? Okay. Bring the forearm to the thigh and the top arm up and over. Good. And then we're going to hold for 3. You can bring the hand to the floor here if you prefer. Gaze straight ahead or look at the top hand if you don't have any pressure in your neck. Keep bending that front knee and keep moving the front knee to the right. So the knee is over the heel. One knee to the right. And then inhale, both hands to the floor, either side of the foot. Exhale, drop the back knee to the floor and lift the heel. Now, Vinyasas. Inhale, lift the torso up, and the left hand stretches right up to the ceiling. And then exhale, draw the tummy in and twist to the right, bring the elbow outside the knee. Press the hands together in prayer. Optional, turn the back toe under, straighten the back leg. And hold. Okay, I'm going to give you a tip. Bring the back knee down. Okay, so a lot of people are really wobbly when you straighten the back leg. Bring the back knee down, everyone. Keep the hands in prayer and the twist. So it helps when you straighten the back leg if your lungs are empty and your abdomen sucked in. So just inhale a little breath. And then fully exhale. And when you get to the end of the exhale, don't breathe in. Just suck your lower abdomen in and hold the breath out. Then before you inhale, straighten the back leg. Keep the lower abdomen in, and when you breathe into the back of your lungs. Keep your lower abdomen controlled. So it helps you to deepen the twist. Keep your back hip in line with your right hip. 3 breaths. Try to twist a little more at the end of each exhale. Good. Inhale, both hands to the floor. Exhale, back knee down. Inhale, stand up. Picking up to 50. Feet 30 degrees, arms shoulder level. Turn the left foot out and the right foot in. Nice long stance. Inhale. Exhale, bend the front knee, go down. Forearms tight, top arm over. Make sure your stance is long. Inhale up, warrior 2. Arms shoulder level. Exhale, reverse the warrior. Try to keep the front knee well bent. Back leg straight in the front knee. Inhale, warrior 2. And exhale, forearm to the side, top arm over. Go leg to the side. Inhale, come up. Exhale, reverse. Inhale, come up. Exhale, side plank stretch, go down. Set it well. Hand to the floor or forearm to the thigh. Keep moving the front knee to the left. Keep the top shoulder moving towards the back heel. Keep the tailbone tucked towards the pubic bone. Then some stance. Good. Nothing in front of you. Yes. You want to feel something happening. Inhale, come up. Oh no, inhale, both hands down. I distracted myself. And then exhale, back knee down, lift the heel up. Inhale, lift the torso up and the right arm. And then exhale, go down and press the palms in the twist. And keep going until there's no air left in your lungs. Palms are pressing together, straight line to the forearms. With the lungs empty, straighten the back leg. And then keeping the lower abdomen control, breathe into the side and back ribs. And at the end of each exhale, tuck the lower abdomen in a little bit more. So deepen your twist. You can keep the back knee down, it's fine. Work on twisting. Twisting is a rising line, more with the balance of the tips of your fingers. Inhale, both hands to the floor. Turn the back heel down. Inhale, stand up. Uttanasana 60, feet 30 degrees. Good. Exhale, hands to the waist. Opposite the feet together. Turn the face in front of the mat. Stand into that. You do some Tanasana and Vinyasas. Stagger yourselves a little bit on the mat. Exhale, bring your hands into Anjali Mudra. Your gaze wants to be down a few feet in front of you, with the chest up and the chin slightly down. Inhale, bring the arms wide. And as the arms go up, your heels want to be touching. And lift your heels off the floor and balance. You don't have to lift too high, but keep your tailbone tucked towards your pubic bone and your lower abdomen in. Pause. And then exhale, just bring your heels slowly down with control. Inhale, lift up. And exhale, lower your arms. Inhale, raise your arms. Exhale, lift your heels. Inhale, lower your heels. Exhale, lower your arms. Again. Inhale, arms wide up. Exhale, lift your heels. Hold for one breath. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, slowly lower your heels. Exhale, lower your arms. Leave and return sequence. Inhale, raise your arms so you want to be at the front of your mat. Exhale, palms face forward. Inhale, arch back. Exhale, fold down. Empty the lungs and take a little breath into the back of the lungs. And exhale fully empty the lungs as you squat. Heels may rise. Good. Inhale there. Hop a step back, chaturanga. And then straight inhale to up facing dog with chin down. Exhale, downward facing dog. It's 3 breaths with pauses at the end of each exhale. So the inhale is shorter and the exhale is longer. So you really want to lift over together. Ujjayi sound to the breathing. Space. At the end of your third breath, hold the breath out. Hop a step forward, squat round. Separate your feet a distance apart. And try and bring your heels down and squat. Can bring your hands up over your heart. If your heels need to lift, that's okay. And now try to lift your chest up so your spine is as vertical as possible. And bring your chin down. Squat a little bit into the nose. Sit down, stand up. Hands beside the hips in Dandasana, chest up, chin down, Ujjayi breathing. Keep looking into the heart. Inhale, raise the arms over your head. Lift your palms. Exhale, don't move. The end of the breath, Uddiyana Bandha, draw the lower abdomen in, hold it. Inhale, roll down onto the back. One vertebra at a time. You want to feel the spine, curling, arms go over, the head to the floor. And then exhale, bring the hands back to the side of the hips. And put your feet together, your arms by your sides, and your palms facing down. Then take rest. Inhale, bring your right arm over the head. And stretch. Exhale, bring your right arm and your right leg up. Whatever. Right leg up, right arm up, like the leg to use. Inhale, bring them down. Arm over the head. Leg to the floor. Exhale up. Try to keep the left leg active, pushing out to the ball of the feet. Inhale down. Keep extending, keep the eyes closed, and just focus on your breathing. Inhale up. Okay, if you can, take a big toe in the first two fingers, or hold your chin. Or if you need to, bend the knee and hold the knee. Bring your left hand on the top of your thigh. Your left one. And inhale. And exhale, lower the leg to the right. Keep your left shoulder on the floor. Just lower it down. And turn, lands on the face. Keep your left flexible. And inhale, come up. And exhale to the right. Keep the left shoulder and the left hip grounded. Inhale, come up. Good. Exhale, hold the leg with both hands. Hold the foot, or the thigh, or the knee, or the shin. Inhale. Draw the leg slightly towards your face. On the exhale, empty your lungs. Lift the head and the chest up and sitting for your forehead on your chin. And try to do it not just by putting the leg towards the head, but by using your core to lift your body up towards the leg. Good, Justine. Yeah, that's straight. And then keep the leg and just exhale, lower the head in the back. A little bit deeper in the opening stretch. And then inhale. And exhale, slowly lower the arms to the thighs and the leg to the floor. And then inhale, bring your left arm over your head. Exhale, left arm up, left leg up. Together, with control, with the breath. The right leg on lots of you doing nothing. Make it active. Exhale, low, inhale, lower. And stretch. If you want to, you can just hover the arm and the leg. You don't have to bring it all the way to the floor if you want. And then exhale, come up. Inhale down. Exhale up. Keep toes, chin, whatever. Keep the hand on the right side this time. Exhale, lower the leg to the left. Spin round, Robert. Inhale, come to center. If you're right near the wall and you spin round, if you're on it, you can do it both sides. And then exhale, go down. Hold. Inhale, come up. Hold the leg with both hands. Exhale. Hold the leg a little bit closer if you can. Head to the bottom, hold the breath out. Forehead towards the chin. Drop your shoulder blades down your back and bring your elbows wide. Good, eyes are closed. And then exhale, lower your head down. No, inhale, lower your head down. Exhale, lower your left foot. And inhale, raise both legs straight up. Hands on the floor. Take the big toes, exhale, both legs wide. This is going to be interesting. And then inhale, both legs together. And exhale, both legs wide. Hold for a breath. Inhale. Close your eyes. Exhale fully. Gaze down into your perineum. The eyes closed. One more breath. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale, bring your legs together. Exhale, lower the arms and the legs to the floor. Inhale, bring your arms over your head and flip your palms. Fully exhale. At the end of the exhale, sit up. And fold over the legs and take the big toes. And then inhale, come up, arms over the head, flip the palms, Nirlanga Dandasana. And exhale, fold forward and slide your hands over the top of the foot. Bend the knees at the knee, fingers towards the heel. Flip your palms, inhale, come all the way up. Chin down, lift, lift, lift. Exhale, fold forward, take the outsides of the feet. Maybe empty the lungs, round the back, look at the navel, let the head drop. Lift the palms, inhale, come on. Exhale, fold forward, take the big toes with the first two fingers, then you split the knees. And then inhale, pick the right foot up. And draw the right foot back towards the right ear. Around. Good. Pick the foot up nice and high. Bring the elbow really high. And draw it back towards your ear. Take 3 breaths. So everybody extend the leg forward, take a rest. So if you haven't got, if I'm giving you a strap, if you can't comfortably hold the left leg, next time you come to class, make sure you have a strap. So I'll take one. Yeah. Anyone else get a strap? Anyone else? Anyone? Okay, we'll begin again. So if the purpose of having the strap or holding onto the left foot is if you do it without something to brace yourself against, when you pull the foot back, you can get your foot up quite further, probably further, but you'll be leaning back and you'll be tipping over your sit bones. Whereas the idea is that you try to stay fairly upright. If you haven't got a hold of the strap or the foot, you just tend to lean back too much. The idea is the movement's not in your back, the movement is in the hip joint. So it's a very powerful and unusual rotation of the hip joint, which is why it's really worth doing. It's really good for the health of your hips. You know, the more rotation and movement you get in your hip joint, the more the synovial fluid is released into the joint, the more you get out of that kind of like small repetitive movement trajectory of your hip joint. So the whole idea is that all the different movements that we do, and this is one of the important ones, is rotating as deeply into that hip socket as much as possible and keeping all the connective tissue around the joint as flexible as possible so that you can move your hip in a much wider range of motion. Sounds like a good idea, doesn't it? Yeah. Okay, so let's do it again. So just start by holding your left big toe or the strap with the left hand. Take the right big toe with the first 2 fingers. Sometimes it helps to hold it with the first 3 fingers so you can get a little bit more grip. And then exhale. Inhale there. Exhale, bend the knees. Lift your right elbow really high and draw the knee back and the foot towards your ear. And whatever you can do, stay there for 3 breaths. And try not to let the foot drop down. Try to keep the foot up nice and high, one. Good. And then if you're comfortable there, just slip the leg behind your head. And now on the inhale, straighten the right leg. Release the left strap or toe and hold the leg with both hands. This is just what you did on your back, but now you're doing it sitting up. The leg's in the air. You're holding the foot or the leg with both hands, and the right leg ideally will be straight, and the left leg is pushing into the floor. Or you could hold your knee. Inhale there, and exhale round the back and fold into the leg, forehead to chin. Keep the leg up. Don't fold lower the leg yet. And then inhale there. And as you exhale, fold forward with the head on the forehead on the shin. And go all the way down so you're doing a forward bend over one leg. Take a breath. Inhale. Long exhale. You're holding the right foot on the shin with both hands. And the next inhale, lift the palms. Come all the way up. Exhale, go down. Take the left big toe with the first 2 fingers with the left hand. Take the strap or the right big toe with the right hand. And the next exhale, pick the left foot up. Bring the foot high and the elbow high and draw the bow. Robert, can you do the one where you hold them with the opposite hand and you draw it up under your arm? Oh, sorry, we'll look at it later. Then another week you could demo. Just do this one today. And then inhale, straighten the leg and hold it with both hands. Lift it up, round back, fold into the leg. Beautiful. Lift as much as you can. You don't really have to do anything amazing. Let the breath is smooth, the mind is calm, the gaze is, eyes are closed, and then on the next exhale, resisting with the leg that's on the floor, slowly fold forward, keeping your forehead on your chin, as close to your chin. Then, 2 breaths over the straight leg, the left leg. Lift the palms, inhale, come up. Feet together, exhale, fold over both legs, Pachimottanasana. Take any hand hold round the back, close the eyes, look at the navel and that feet. And we'll breathe together, exhale fully. Then inhale on 1, on 2, on 3. Exhale on 1, on 2, on 3, on 4, on 5, on 6. On inhale on 1, on 2, on 3. Exhale on 1, on 2, on 3, on 4, on 5, on 6, and pause. Band is optional. Release, inhale on 1, on 2, on 3. Exhale on 1, on 2, on 3, on 4, good night, on 5, on 6. Keep that breathing pattern, or even extend it if you're comfortable. The exhale stays twice the length of the inhale. Try not to have any tension in your neck and shoulders. Relax the spine. Let the head hang, close the eyes, and turn the gaze down towards the navel to encourage a deeper Uddiyana Bandha at the end of each exhale. by the end of the long Pachimottanasana, by the end of the practice of Pachimottanasana, your abdomen is mostly going back to your spine. The ends of the breath with the bandhas. Lift the palms, inhale some more. And exhale, bring the hands down behind you, 10 inches. Straight legs all bent, leg, Cobbler. The knees are bent, feet and knees are together. Inhale some more. Legs straight, which means feet to the floor. Leg may go back, exhale from the we'll come in, we short legs, inhale come up. We stop it, exhale come down. Cross the ankles, no, don't cross the ankles. Keep the hands where they are, and exhale. As you inhale, straighten the legs, and lift the leg to 45 degrees. Gaze towards toes, near Salamba, Navasana, both ways, supported both ways. So you can press down a little bit into your hand, keep your chest quiet and have the water, as you extend your legs, you gaze towards your feet, and then bend your spine. I would like to hear some Mitraya breathing. When it's a kind of more strength-based posture, the UJ breathing really helps. Holding the breath is a very bad idea. And then extend your arms forward, so you can do a couple more breaths. And unsupported both ways. And then cross your ankles. Bring your feet to the floor and press your feet together for Pachimottanasana. Cobbler pose. Sit on a block if you need to. Separate the knees, soles of the feet together. Lift the chest up, bring the chin down, look into the perineum. Nice straight spine. Chest up, chin down, vertical position. Don't lean forward, you're not trying to lean into the full back. Lift the chest up. Close your eyes and look at your perineum by gazing down through your body. As you inhale, look perineum, navel, heart, throat, soft palate, nose tip, third eye. Look perineum, exhale long. When you get to the end of the exhale, hold the breath out and lift the perineum. Mudabandha. Release the Mudabandha. Inhale, perineum, navel, heart, throat pit, soft palate, nose tip, third eye, eyes are rolled up. Look perineum, exhale long. Hold the breath out, look perineum, lift perineum. Feel the energy in the spine. Release Mudabandha. Again, inhale, look perineum, navel, heart, throat, soft palate, nose tip, third eye. Look perineum, exhale long. Keep your chest up and your chin down so your spine is stretched. Awesome. When you're ready, just begin to breathe normally. Move your feet forward 12 inches and fall forward over the legs, holding the feet or extending the arms out in front of you. Inhale, sit up. Cross your ankles, step back down, facing you. And then exhale, bend your knees and look forward. Inhale, hop onto your shins halfway down the mat. Stack yourself a little bit on the mat. Sit on your heels in background seat. Thunderbolt pose. Chest up, chin down, hands on the tops of the knees. Not between the heels, on the heels. As you inhale, bring the arms and the hands around the knees to begin in Bhakrasana. And then as you inhale, bring the arms wide, sit up on the knees, and lift towards the ceiling. Push your shins and the tops of your feet down. And then as you exhale, lower the seat to the heels, bring the arms wide, and lower the arms towards the floor and the head towards the floor, and have the hands so they hover just off the floor, out at the sides like wings. So like in the crucifixion. Good. And then inhale, come up, arms still wide, sit up on the knees, lift the palms, chin down, lift. Stop a minute. Stop a minute. So this is called kagaya. It's like an imitation of a bird. So when you think like that, so you know when you see like a turtle dove, you know they do that thing where they fly up and then they get to the top and they sort of pause and they just swoop down, you know what I mean? You've seen that? So the idea of this is there's several things in the Vinyasa Karma sequence where there's imitation of, or loads of the yoga postures about imitation of animals, but in this there's an imitation of places in the practice where you imitate the movement of animals. This is one of them. So the inhale as you lift up on the knees is like the floating up, and then you get to the top and the breath pauses at the end of the inhale. That's where the dove has just reached a point of weightlessness. And then it just releases and it goes down, you sit on the heels, and you bring the hands down to the side, but you don't touch the ground. You just bring your hands down so you can feel the space between your hands and the ground. You hover the hands. So the hands can't be sort of stiff, they're kind of like alive. And then when you begin the inhale, you come up again. Yes? Am I just going bonkers?
It hurts.
Huh?
It hurts.
Yeah. There's in Samuel Beckett, Maloney dies. Sappho loved the flight of the hawk, the long turning, the quivering poise, the wing lifted for the plummet drop, fascinated by such extremes of need, of patience, and of solitude. So let's do that. Inhale, sit up, bring the arms wide, sit on the knees. We're at the top of the flight. Chin down, you pause, it's weightless. And then as you exhale, your hips go back, your arms float down, your tummy goes in, your head goes to the floor, and your hands hover an inch off the floor, centimeter off the floor. And then you inhale and lift up. Up on your knees, lift out of your hips, lift out of your back, pause. And then go down. Inhale up. Lift, chins down. And find the moment of weightlessness. And then exhale, go down. See if you can find the quivering points. And then just bring your hands beside your hips and relax around your back. And then from there, you have your headstand. You come into headstand, half headstand, 3-point pose. Dolphin, Any others? Or you can rest, or you can watch, or you can do shoulder stands if you're not doing it. If you need help, let me know. So, can you just see this today? Just wait a minute and then I will show you. You know what to do? Have you done this one before? Very young, yeah. I know the feeling. Okay. I did a lot of things when I was young. Okay, so I'm going to talk everyone through dolphin. Apart from those who are already in a headstand, so you can come back up again. So if you're in a headstand, stay there. If not, this is dolphin. Come into a kneeling position. Put your elbows on the floor and measure your elbows with the knuckles around the outside of your arms and interlock your fingers. And then open your hands rather and interlock your fingers. So your wrists are vertical and your palms are vertical, and your elbows are no wider than your shoulders. Okay. So your elbows are wider than your shoulders, Helen, and your hands are square, whereas the back of your head is actually a round thing. Interlock your fingers and make your hands a round shape, not a square shape. So your wrists aren't so square, they're more round. Other way. Yeah, interlock your fingers fully. Good. Turn your toes under and come into a down dog on your elbows. I'm going away here. And then lift your head up, looks like forward. And exhale, move forward, bring your chest towards your thumb. And inhale, move back. Keep your lower abdomen and keep your legs strong. Exhale forward, inhale back. Exhale forward, inhale back. Exhale forward and try and make do it with some rhythm, don't make too much of a deal of it. Bit more. Bit more. Yeah, that's it. Yeah. So you feel a bit more light. I've got you already got it for the controllers. Bring your head down, a couple more breaths and find your way down. If you're doing a dolphin, do as many as you can, and then do one more for someone you love. One more for an animal you love. And then everybody rest in child's pose. If you need help with your headstand practice, remember I said there's two things you can do. You can ask me to help you after the class, and I'll show you, give you some pointers and help you, or take a video of your practice, show me the video, and then I will guide you on what to do next. So once you're back and relaxed and stuff. Roll your head gently from side to side. Come back to the center of your chin down. Let go of Ujjayi breathing and completely relax. Relax your toes, ankles, knees, hips, legs, and the whole pelvic region. Relax. All your spinal muscles, relax your back. Feel that you're laying symmetrically on the floor. Equal weight in both heels, in the backs of the hands, in the elbows, and the shoulder blades, back of the head. So you feel very symmetrical. It allows the prana you've generated in your practice flow out from the central channel through the nadis into every cell of your body. Just let go of whatever you're thinking and let go of the act of breathing. And trust your body to breathe. So you're doing absolutely nothing. Just let go of your body. Relax your intestines, your stomach. Relax your chest and your lungs. Palms of your hands go heavy. Shoulders and neck. Relax the whole inside of your mouth and your teeth, jaw. Relax your eyes. Let your eyeballs sink. Relax the forehead and the scalp. And then just meditate on the natural rhythm of the mantra of your breath. And completely relax. Deepen your breath. Bring your feet together, your arms by your side. Inhale, bring your arms over your head. The left side, lengthen the right side, lengthen both sides, bend your knees, hug your knees. Make your way into a seated posture, either cross-legged or kneeling. Julie, could you turn the lights on and just turn them down sort of halfway, please? Yeah. And then you want the chant sheet with the Shiva mantras on it. Yeah. Turn the middle one up a little bit because it flickers. Yeah, perfect. Thank you. So I thought today we would close with, instead of the pranayama, we'll close with chanting. Harry, can you sit on a block? It's hurting my back. I feel your back. I feel your pain. It's one of my, no, I'm not going to go there. Whenever I go into someone's yoga class and people are not using support for their hips at all, and everybody's sitting like this, I want to get everyone a block. We're going to chant this in call and response. This is one, I'll chant one verse at a time, and then you just chant it back to me. Chanting Shiva, auspicious one, benevolent one, the remover is a remover of darkness. Shiva is the destroyer of the lower nature, the obstacles in your life, and the creator. He destroys in order to bring new life. And these are all different names of Shiva. Mitraya Namaha, Shiva, 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 Shivaya Namaha. Hara, 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 Namah Shivaya. Shiva, Shiva, Shankara, Hara, Hara, Shankara. Jaya, Jaya, Shankara, Namami Shankara. Shiva, Shiva, Shankara, Hara, Hara, Shankara. Jaya, Jaya, Shankara, Namami Shankara. Shiva, Shiva, Shankara, Hara, Hara, Shankara. Jaya, Jaya, Shankara, Namami Shankara. Shiva, Shiva, Shankara, Hara, Hara, Shankara. Jaya, Jaya, Shankara, Namami Shankara. Shiva, Shiva, Shankara, Hara, Hara, Shankara. Jaya, Jaya, Shankara, Namami Shankara. Shiva, Shiva, Shankara, Hara, Hara, Shankara. Jaya, Jaya, Shankara, Namami Shankara. Om Namah Shivaya, 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 Om Namah Shivaya. Together now. Om Namah Shivaya, 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 Bring your hands into Anjali Mudra over your heart. Remind yourself the intention you made for your practice. Om Shiva. Namaste. Thank you so much, everyone. To help you learn the sun salutation with the mantra, it's on YouTube. So the link that I send out on WhatsApp now connects to the YouTube platform. So it doesn't disappear after a few days. It's going to be there and you can go to it and use it. I think the one I put up last week has a sun salutation in it. And so you can to find the YouTube channel, just go to the WhatsApp group. Any of those recent videos will link you to my YouTube channel. And I'm going to try and archive more classes there for you to use. There's a few classes I've put on there so you can use for your home practice. And you can skip the bit where I'm rabbiting on at the beginning and just do the practice if you want. And of course, but what people have been doing is like some people saying, well, I only have 15 minutes, so I just do the first 15 minutes of the class. The next day I do some sun in the next 15 minutes. So you can use it, break it down and use it as you want. And there's also the short practice on there, which is a 30-minute practice that I did for over the Christmas period. But the first 15 minutes of that is asana. And the second 15 minutes is pranayama meditation. So you can also split that into two 15-minute practices. So that might be helpful for you with your home practice. And a few people have said to me, this new sun salutation thing we're doing is really difficult to learn. Are you finding that? Do you remember when you learned to walk? Yeah. No. What I'm saying is it doesn't matter that if you do find it a bit challenging, it doesn't matter. It's fine. You just over time it might be there for you, but it's not obligatory. But learning these things, the reason I show you these things and teach you these things, I can just go on forever teaching you to do a sun salutation. But there's so many different deeper levels of meaning to yoga, which have been lost as yoga has been modified and also brought to the West. And so the traditional practices were always really sophisticated. The people who devised these practices were super clever people, creative people, artists, seers, sages, rishis, people who have knowledge of nature and of their bodies and of the world that we can hardly begin to imagine, and of the energy profile of your surroundings and of your own body. And so they were doing things to connect us to the macrocosm through the way we manipulated the microcosm within ourselves. And so, but the thing I would say is so things like this can really transform your practice. Sun salutation is a completely different thing when you do it as worship to the sun, as you'll find out. But if you're newer to the practice and this all seems a little bit way out and bonkers, then that's okay. You just continue with the basic practice, because it takes a long while sometimes for these things to evolve to a point where they feel acceptable or meaningful to you. And if it doesn't feel acceptable or meaningful, you don't have to bring it into your own practice. You just join in the class, and then your own practice, you do the basic things. So yoga's designed like that. It can be done really simply, just to keep you healthy, just for enjoyment, just for having deep connection and intimacy with your own body and breath. That's absolutely amazing. It's amazing. But if you want to sort of take it to the different levels of experience and intimacy, then there's all these other practices available, which is why I try to share them with you. But it doesn't mean they're for everyone. But I think even if you're a beginner, to know that this potential is out there is worth knowing. Maybe I'm wrong. I've had complaints. Namaste.